two amazing machines in totally different categories. MADMAX is ready. Let's pull it out. Finally, we are going to go and take a first ride after all the work has been done. The front suspension, we redid the fork seals, we put in the dust caps, we had the front lowers powder coated, and there she is. We need a name for her. Let's come up with a good name. And while we were doing that, if you guys are new to this channel, there she is, MADMAX, looking absolutely awesome with the super chrome powder coated wheels. Wow, it looks so good. Definitely a million times better than how the stock wheels looked. So just stay tuned, guys, because we're going to go on a first ride now, because I haven't ridden the bike since everything was back together. I want to make sure the suspension feels right. There might be some adjustments I have to make as far as the suspension goes, the cartridges. Make sure everything's on the up and up. We're going to stop by Nick, because I don't know even if he's seen the bike all put back together. So I'm going to just take a nice ride over there, show him the bike, and then what we're going to do a good walk around. I'll do it with my good camera, and I'll give you guys a thorough walk around of the bike and what my thoughts are, how the wheels came out, and everything else about it. So without further ado, let's start MADMAX up, because I'm sure you guys are itching to hear this amazing machine. Oh my God, I'm telling you, it looks so good. It totally changed the entire look of the bike. Oh yeah. Oh my God, guys, this exhaust sounds amazing. Just like I said, you could see a little bit of the wheel on the bottom. Actually, you could even see more of it because I got the +2 suspension, so it's sitting a lot higher in the back, so you can definitely see the back wheel better. But I'll give you my thoughts a little later on when I do the walk around, and I'll tell you guys what I think about the wheels. But damn, it looks good. Got the Zero 3D lighting. Look at that. Ah, she looks really good. He, whatever. Oh man. All right, let's get on it. I know you guys been missing this sound, because I definitely have been. I don't know if there's anything better than that sound. Just gonna take it easy for a little bit. Come on, I gotta open her up. She's been sitting in the garage for about 4 weeks. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Now I gotta get it up to speed, make sure everything's good, make sure the suspension feels all right. Spread that ride on around a little bit. Definitely feels nice and stable, absolutely zero shakes, vibrations, or wobbling. I have to make sure that MADMAX is ready to go for Daytona for our long trip. And the only way to do that is if I ride it now like I'm going to be riding it on the entire trip. No time to baby it now, guys. This way, if I find anything that is not on the up and up, I can take care of it now. We still got about, what, 2 weeks before we go, so I'll have time to correct anything if there is anything that needs to be taken care of. I tell you, people just love to cut in front of people. They got no patience. Also have to bed the new brake pads in. So far so good. Suspension feels right. The only thing, you know, it's going to take probably, you know, maybe 100 miles, so this way I could definitely see how it feels if I need any rebound or compression changes, adjustments. On the suspension, I'll do that. But it's pretty much set at the same settings as it was when Dave installed it the first time, and that's what the manufacturer recommends. But I could always tweak something if I feel I need a little change. But that sound, guys, that sound. Man, I missed having the bike, I tell you. Really missed MADMAX, being on it. It's just such a fun bike to ride now with the modifications that I did. It just really made this bike enjoyable. So suspension feels the same, so I'm super happy with that. Now the only thing, you know, I'm gonna put definitely a couple 100 miles on the bike before we go to Daytona, so because I have to make sure obviously that these seals aren't leaking, because we still really can't figure out why. So the three things that we could possibly say, maybe did dirt get in there? Doesn't really look like that was the issue. We checked the seal. There was no visible damage, but that doesn't mean there weren't maybe some like really hairline slight fractures, slight tears in the seal. You'd have to, I guess, put it under a microscope, but it's really tough to see. Maybe there was a little bit too much fluid in the forks. Again, I'm just, you know, thinking what could possibly have made them leak, and it just blew out the top. Not really sure. Maybe it was just a bad defective seal, but we'll definitely see in the next couple hundred miles, because I definitely gotta put some miles on the bike and make sure. Look at that black squirrel. You gotta be kidding me. Holy cow, I'd never seen a black squirrel. That's the first time. We got gray squirrels here, but I've never seen a like jet black squirrel like that. But we definitely got to put a couple hundred. That's why I got like good visibility right here. I could always look at the forks if they're leaking or not. But definitely have to put some miles on it and make sure you know, that it's not leaking before we leave, because I'll tell you right now, if they're leaking, that's going to be a really big problem. If they're leaking now, the only thing I could say is that possibly the coating or something maybe on the fork tubes is preventing the seal. But I've asked a lot of people, and they said you know, that know about this stuff, and that wouldn't cause the problem. But again, it's really a mystery. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that it doesn't happen again, because if it does, I don't know, I'm just not going to have the time before we leave for Daytona to change them out again. So that's why I have to ride the bike hard now before I leave, you know, to make sure that it's not going to happen to me on the road. Because it could be, it's not something where, you know, it's not a dangerous, or it couldn't potentially be dangerous. It is something that could potentially be dangerous if the fluid gets onto the calipers, all over the rotors, and I need to brake hard. I'm not going to be able to stop. You know, that's a problem for obvious reasons. Man, I'll tell you, they're just building and building and building and just cramming the shit into New Jersey. Brakes feel really good. We got some new brake pads on there, if you guys remember, because the other ones did soak up some oil. There was a couple comments saying that you know, it'll dry out and stuff like that. I just didn't want to take any chances. Brake pads aren't expensive, and for peace of mind, it's worth it. You know, we're not talking about something aesthetics. We're talking about brakes. Sounds so good, guys. Man, let me tell you, I was just watching a video on Professional Monkey's channel. He got the new Road Glide Special. He just actually got a brand new set of wheels. Wow, they look really good. I wouldn't say expensive. I'd say probably fair price, but they look really good. Definitely way more. It would cost way more, obviously, for those wheels than if you guys just wanted to get it powder coated, like I did. You don't have to go super chrome. You could go any color you want. They probably have like thousands and thousands of different colors to choose from. But he got himself a set of chrome wheels. They look really nice. I'm a little jelly there, Pro Monkey. Look really good. Hopefully I'll see the bike down there in Daytona. But I'm happy with mine. I'll talk about it later, guys. We're gonna stop by Nick over here now. And we'll show him the bike. But so far so good. It feels good. The suspension feels good. Everything feels good so far. never too early for that. It's never too early for that. Alright guys, just left Nick's shop and he really loves how everything came out. Now we're just going to take a short ride back to the house because it's going to be raining probably in the next hour or two, so I don't want to venture out too far. I just want to show you guys the bike, make sure everything's working fine. You got BMW, what is that, 1250. But so far everything feels great. And that's the most important thing. But we'll get back to the garage and then I'll show you around MADMAX. Look at this. 30 miles an hour. What are you doing in there? But I think we should be hopefully looking good. Seals are looking dry. Before, you could see like it left a ring. Every time I got off the bike, it left a lot of wetness and a ring around the fork tube, which I'm not seeing that right now, so hopefully we solved the issue. Make sure all the brakes are working properly. Front brakes are definitely feeling a lot better. We're bedding them in. The back brake feels good. Back up. I tell you, I don't understand people. They're like right up your ass. I take really highly offense to that when somebody's tailgating somebody on a motorcycle. It's like they're trying to hurt you. Like, what do you think's gonna happen if you hit the back of somebody's motorcycle? It's not the same as you hitting a car. Someone's gonna get hurt. So I usually, like, first, you know, as soon as I see something like that, somebody up my ass, I kind of give them the wave with my hand. I'm nice and respectful at first, because maybe they're, you know, their head is just up their ass or they're thinking about something that day. It happens, I get it. But sometimes, you know, I'm going to say 90% of the time, people will obey that and kind of respect that and back up. But then you get that 10% that just don't get it, and they'll still tailgate you. Suspension feels good. Yeah, it feels really good. Okay, guys, we are back in the garage. Like I said, it's going to be raining here very shortly, so I'm happy that went out really quick and was able to give you kind of not a first ride on MADMAX, but just kind of a first ride after it's been sitting in the garage for a while. So without further ado, let me give you guys a really nice walk around, and then I'll go over what my thoughts are on everything that we just did. So here are my thoughts on everything we did. Right now, as far as right now, I still got to put a lot more miles on the bike, but I'm super happy the forks are not leaking, nor do they seem like they're leaking right now. Absolutely super dry, no issues, suspension is working fine, so I'm really happy about that. Like I said, we're definitely going to be putting probably a couple hundred miles easy before I go to Daytona, because I have to definitely make sure that I do not have an issue. So we're probably going to be looking for some, I don't want to say potholes, but I'm definitely going to be looking for some kind of rougher roads. So this way the suspension works a little harder. So I make sure that I don't have the issue before I go, because that is really critical. So we plan on probably putting 3,000 miles on this trip. So it's definitely super critical, and I'm going to be really far from home to where I don't want to run into any issues. Okay, so let's go over the wheels and the fork lowers. So let's go by the bike. So to be honest with you, I love how they came out. And a lot of you guys said that it really doesn't look like a chrome, that it looks more of either a really high polished aluminum or a polished nickel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about them. I knew, obviously, it's never going to look like chrome, because as you guys could see, chrome, it's just really, really bright. And the only way to get that look is to do it in chrome. So these were my options, these were my reasonings why I didn't want to go chrome. Because truth be told is that here in the States, the chrome process is not what it was years ago because of EPA regulations. So if, believe it or not, if things are chromed still in like China, you're gonna get a much better chrome job, chrome finish, than you would in the States. This is just, I've been gathering research, gathering information. Even Nick told me that a lot of times people are getting chrome wheels, and after a while they do start pitting. You could start seeing rust come through the chrome because the chrome process has changed here in America because of the EPA regulations. If you guys have more information on that, please feel free to leave a comment down below and let us know. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to go a true chrome finish on the wheels. I also heard it added a little more weight, obviously, because it's chromium, it's metal, but I just wanted to do something different. So that's why we went the powder coated route. Another thing is that I didn't want to go black because everybody has black wheels. I wanted to do something different, right? So it's kind of almost like an experiment. So this is the super chrome finish in powder coat, and to be honest with you, it does look like a chrome finish. It could even go past as a super high polished aluminum, but yet in person it does look better than a high polished aluminum, and it does look better than a polished nickel would look. It does look almost like a chrome, but it's just not there. But I'm super happy with it. It definitely looks different. The lowers, I see it seems like they are a little darker than the wheel. The wheel did come out really like a silvery finish, but again, like I said, I'm super happy with it. And for only $200 a wheel, I think that's a steal. Hey, I rhymed. So if you guys, I don't know how much the chrome process would cost, but I know if you wanted to get a brand new set of chrome wheels for the front and back, you're talking probably ballparks of $3,500. So this is a alternate option, a budget-friendly option, and it is super durable. That's one thing I have to say. So there is really no polishing necessary. It definitely beats a polished aluminum wheel, because they kind of do get dull. This is never going to get dull. The way it looks now, as long as you keep them clean, that's how it's going to look. So all in all, I'm super happy with it. I mean, would a real chrome set of wheels look probably better on the bike? Yeah, I would say probably. Like I mentioned to you guys before, Professional Monkey just put on the chrome wheels that he just got onto his Road Glide, and I mean, they look absolutely amazing. But again, if you have the money, fine. If that's within your budget, by all means do it. I just wanted to do something different and show you guys, and I think it worked out well. But other than that, seems like the bike, it's running absolutely perfect. and the suspension feels good so far. And as you guys could see right here, even though I have the dust caps on, it is absolutely perfectly dry. Before, it was leaving like rings of oil pretty much from the get-go when I left the shop. But now it is dry, and hopefully that solved our issue. And I just love the bike. I just absolutely love it. The suspension, the exhaust, the cam, the bar setup. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to see you guys in Daytona. All right, guys, so just for another update, March 7th at 3 p.m., I'm going to be at Amsoil Adams Rig. Come on by. He's going to be raffling off a free oil change there, so come on by. I'm going to be there from about 3 to maybe 5 p.m. And then March 8th, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I'm going to be at the Zero 3D rig, and then from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'll be at the Chromeworks rig, where I'm going to be announcing the person to receive the Chromeworks exhaust, Indy Ridge boots and gloves, and the bag blades from Zero 3D. You have to be subscribed, so hit that subscribe button, give a like on this video, and drop a comment down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on how MADMAX came out with the wheels. I'll tell you one thing, it definitely came out different, and you will definitely know it's my bike now, and that's what I'm actually most pleased about, because the wheels will differentiate my bike from the sea of black road glides that will be at Daytona. All right, guys, so thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out. Love every single one of you. Thanks for being patient and waiting until I post, obviously, this video. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.